Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. It is day 4 of the packet today. So my video today is going to be a little bit shorter than what it usually is because I'm just going to quickly go over adding decimals and subtracting decimals. But for day 4 in your packet, I want you to focus on page 14, which is adding decimals, page 15, which is subtracting decimals, and page 16 and 17 are going to be estimate with decimals. So if you want to open up your packet to page 14, we're going to look at number 1. Now, an important thing to remember when you're adding or subtracting decimals is that you need to make sure you line up the decimals. So, for instance, if you take a look on page 14, I wrote down the problem 0.24 plus 4.25. And if you look at the second problem right here, it's the same here, the second part of this problem right here, notice how I have everything lined up. So for instance, the decimal in 0.24 is directly above the decimal in 4.25. So you notice here how they're both lined up. I'll circle them for you so you can see. The reason why we want to line up these decimals because once we find the answer or the sum to this equation, all we have to do to put our decimal in the final answer is we just bring the decimal down. So, for instance, we would just add this up the normal way. So, 5 plus 4 is going to give me 9. So I put the 9 down. 2 plus 2 is going to give me 4. I can bring down my decimal since they're both lined up together. And then I'm going to add 0 plus 4. And 0 plus 4 is going to give me 4. So my final answer for this problem is going to be 4.49. So everything's lined up, you just add up the numbers together, bring down the decimal, and you should find your answer. If you want to flip to page 15 in your packet, I decided to take number 2, which is, if you take a look, it is 10.75 minus 4.13. Now, the very important part of this is that I make sure that my decimals are lined up. So 10.75's decimal is right above 4.13's decimal. As you can see, I lined them up perfectly. And I'll circle those decimals for you so you can have a visual. I circled them right there for you. So this is going to make subtracting really easy because I will know after I'm done subtracting, all I have to do is bring down the decimal in the final answer. Okay, so we'll start with 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3 is going to give me 2. Then I'm going to do 7 minus 1, which will give me 6. From there, I'm going to want to bring down my decimal. And I'm going to need to do 0 minus 4. Well, I can't do 0 minus 4. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to go to the 1, my neighbor, and I'm going to borrow from this 1. So this 1 is now going to become a 0. I'm going to cross my 1 off and turn that into a 0. My 0 over this 4 here is now going to become a 10 because we borrowed that 1 from our neighbor, and so that makes that 0 a 10. There. So 10 minus 4 is going to give me 6. So my answer should be 6.62. So I lined up my decimals, I did my subtraction, and I made sure to bring the decimal down. That's how I got the answer of 6.62. So my final answer is 6.62. Notice how I box my answer so I know where it is. And that is what I wanted to go over in today's video, a quick review of adding and subtracting decimals. I hope you found this video helpful. If you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to subscribe to Triple G5, okay? And stay safe, practice that social distancing, and take care of one another. All right? Be kind. Bye.